Welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today, we are unboxing Monster Hunter World from Steamforged Games. We have a massive all-in pledge, which you just saw me shove to the side. So
all of it.
We're going to be talking about diving in and taking a look at all the creatures that you haven't been able to play yet, because you have got this game to the table.
Yeah, I have just the base Ancient Forest box. That's Steamforged sent it my way, and I did a little unboxing of that one, and then you said you were unboxing the rest, and I said, yes, please, let me see what I'm missing so I can be sad and get it in their next, maybe their next Kickstarter.
Okay, yeah, so that's one of the big reasons why we're opening this up. It's one of the reasons why we're spending most of today playing through different scenarios of this, not only to check it out, not only because we're excited, not only because West spent most of his middle age playing through this game.
Yeah, very poorly as well. I like story mode of a lot, and there's not the same story mode concept on this.
But also because there is another Kickstarter on the way.
Iceborne is happening.
Yeah.
It has just been announced as this video drops, providing that we didn't drop it accidentally too early.
Iceborne. We're spoiling it for you.
You've been spoiled. It's going to be coming. I'm excited to see what they have in store. More of the Monster Hunter world is going to be in this next upcoming Kickstarter. Just more of the same. The core system, I believe, will remain fairly similar, but I'm excited to see whatever tweaks they have in store. But now, just knowing that it's out there, we might as well take a look what exists first, and then we can throw that all to the side.
We'll have a link down below to check out the Iceborne campaign. And, of course, Steamforged Games is going to be working with us, doing some media coverage for that as well. So keep an eye out here on the channel for more coverage of all your favorite giant, big boss battling monstrosities. Let's talk about Monster Hunter World. What is this game? West, Chris, either of you want to take the lead on this?
So I know from the perspective of the video game, the vidya game, as I like to say, it expanded upon the Monster Hunter World concept, which usually had been at that point in time kind of more handheld games or lesser systems. Went out in 2018 on the PS4, and it was the first opportunity where you could actually have
I remember the PSP Monster Hunter, sneaking into high school type of stuff. That was my jam.
Those were the good old days until this came out, and this was the first opportunity where you had an actual world where you could go and explore and see all the different things. And it didn't hold you into a particular system.
It's a big box, and it takes a lot. I had this exact same struggle. Oh, that was pretty good.
That was very nice.
That was pretty good.
Job.
What were you saying, West?
It was the first opportunity where you had to go out and actually explore the world and see all the different monsters. And there were tons of opportunities for you to go and damage different parts of the monster itself, harvest the pieces of them so you could keep upgrading things. And it also introduced really amazing festivals and things where you'd have an opportunity to, as a group, start taking down things, which was something that wasn't possible in some of the other iterations, obviously, of Monster Hunter World. You'd have opportunities where you had your own little house that you could decorate and do stuff with and bring your buddies over before you were getting out to go do the campaign and kill these other monsters. So it was just a really unique game, and it was so beautiful. I remember playing it for the first time and just being in utter awe of how amazingly gorgeous the video game looked, because the others just were not that. So even Rise today doesn't look as beautiful as old Monster Hunter World, in my opinion, did, just because of the ambient lighting and things that the tactics they used.
This is a big box.
It's a big box.
A very large box.
So Chris,
isn't that dragon friggin' cool?
The dragon is awesome. Wes, check this guy out.
Yeah, I have very bad nightmares of that dragon.
Those little bases.
Terrifying.
Okay. This stupid iguana killed me more times than I care to. And he has so much hair, they don't show it here. This guy was nasty.
The iguana I specifically remember decimating me. Okay, big guy. I played World a bit. I did not play it anywhere near the amount that it sounds like you played it.
I did, yeah. It was like the last of the wonderful video games I had an opportunity to play before I wasn't able to play many board games video games anymore.
So, Chris, what is going on in here? What's some of this stuff that we're pulling out?
Yeah.
How does this game, the board game itself, actually play?
So, it's pretty fun. I'm excited to get it to the table again. These are our tiny little characters compared to the giant minis that they're going to be fighting. And basically, you've got a whole stack of equipment cards. So it's going to be a lot of equipment that you either start with or you get to level up throughout the campaign. This is sort of a campaign game, but they have enough one-shots in here that you could just play. It doesn't feel like the pressure of a typical campaign game for me.
Well, that's sort of how the Monster Hunter the World video game is too.
Yeah.
You go off on these one shots where you take down a creature, bring it back, and have cool new items because of that.
Yeah.
That's right. You just keep farming that same thing over and over again.
And that's pretty much what this is as well. You have different versions of these creatures that you can face, and then these here are the additional weapons and the additional abilities that these weapons add to your deck.
Okay.
So for the 4 characters, you have the great sword, you have the sword and shield, you have a dual wielding, and then you have a great bow. And you can see the upgrading of the bows as you go on, depending upon which monsters you kill, how effective you are in breaking parts of their body as well.
Okay.
You have these little break tokens that you're going to want to... If you break all of their body, you're going to get more loot.
Specifically as you're harvesting very carefully.
You've smashed it off of them. Those are the damage cards, which will work as... You have your own little damage deck depending upon your weapon. So you see here, the Bone Blade would add in level 1 damage, 3 2 damages, and 2 3 damages.
Okay.
And so that's your deck of damage, which you shuffle, and you cannot reshuffle until you take a turn to like sharpen your weapon again, like to get that durability back up. Take a breath, let your stamina sort of regain, and then here, these are the different iterations of that sort of iguana monster right here, the Great Yagras. Then we have the Tobi Kadachi, and there's just harder versions. Yeah, because
you're fighting bigger versions.
Level 1, level 2, level 3, basically, of each one. And then there's the Rathalos, and then there's the Azure Rathalos, which there is a cosmetic of a new sculpt for an Azure Rathalos.
So you could do a classic paint and a upgraded one.
Yeah,
nice.
If you wanted to get both. That was a cosmetic upgrade that they had in the Kickstarter as well.
That's awesome.
Then we have our various different model reference cards.
Yeah, and this is how you level up your stats. And on the back of that, that's the armor that you can forge as well. And it says exactly what you need to forge the armor and to forge... each of the special items.
Okay, that's this general box.
Yeah.
Now we have to get to the stuff that you haven't seen yet, right?
Yeah. So let's start with this one, the Wildspire Waste. It's another core box. You could have this box or the Ancient Forest, I believe. That's why they're about the same size. And you're probably going to get a few duplicates of stuff, and you're going to get different characters. I think different.
Well, because there were different areas.
You're in center, so
explore.
I'm so nervous here. Well, I always get nervous about unboxing in terms of cutting the stuff.
Just stabbing yourself by accident?
Yeah, I tend to cut like this often.
Just a wild man.
Yeah, and it doesn't often work out well in unboxings, which is a shame. But
Spire Wastes.
So this is a different area of the place, and we can wait 40 minutes for this box lid to come off.
Fabulous.
Love it. Dun. That wasn't too bad.
That was pretty good. You inspired me from earlier on. And
like
here
another giant creature.
We're gonna have another giant creature, which
holy cow.
goodness.
Wes, do you want to clip him together?
Yeah.
These sculpts are just like. I think if you go watch my unboxing of the base one.
Oh, this guy's great.
I just spent like 20 minutes talking about how heavy these are,
so heavy.
And how cool they are. I'm like, okay, this is where they earn the pricing. I'm jealous because these look really cool.
So down here, are we going to be getting more characters and more?
More characters.
Everything?
Look at that. That's
Holy
just
cow.
gigantic and
Probably
That's
another
awesome.
board.
I love it.
That is so fantastic, though. I desperately want to paint these now.
That's so cool.
I don't have the time to paint them, but I want to really, really badly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have more of our.
They are ridiculously heavy.
Oh, we've got a crossbow.
Yep.
So here we have another a long sword and shield.
And just put them next to this guy. This is the scale.
We have a spearman. Can we just start by playing some of these characters?
Yeah, I think we should start with Wildspire.
Giant club axe.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is epic.
Yeah. And then down here it's going to be duplicates
More
of the
cards,
same.
more
cards,
gear,
more gear.
The stuff that's running the different creatures that you're fighting.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think Wildspire Wastes is where we start on our adventure?
Yeah, I think we do. Because I want to fight this guy. This guy's guaranteed to be the first one. This turkey vulture coming out of. I know that's his tongue.
I love
but it looks like a turkey vulture.
After an eventful trip across the ocean, you've arrived safe and sound on a mysterious continent known only as the New World.
this one.
Well, you're safe for a moment, at least. And that brings us to your purpose. Long ago, the Hunters Guild sent an elite organization known as the Research Commission to investigate this uncharted land and uncover its secrets. You now join the commission with a simple task: to protect the scholars and engineers working together to explore, research, and understand their new home. Rich and biodiverse, the new world is made up of distinct habitats, each one home to monsters beyond your imagination. One such habitat is the Wildspire Wastes, a harsh region of deserts and swamps filled with unexpected life that's learned how to survive,
I think that's
thrive,
the only thing in there.
and often hide. As an A-list hunter, it is your job to protect the commission from the monsters that wander the wastelands: hard-headed Baroth, poisonous Pukey, lurking Jatorius, and the horn beast itself, Diablos. Huge primordial creatures that have ruled this place since the dawn of time, but that time has now come to an end. The Fifth's banner promises a change in this world. Your job is to fulfill that promise.
So we're gonna open up some of these smaller boxes over here. Wes, feel free to.
Lord,
Feel free to take the lid off that if you want.
I already know what's in here. Is the scary part.
Do you actually already know what's in there?
Yes, I very much know.
Have you faced this monster?
Oh yeah, yes, that's fabulous.
You can open it. You can open it if you want. You can pull it out.
Let's pull it out.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh
this is
God.
the most absurd thing I've ever seen in my life.
This is the problem right there.
Let me give it some snips. Little snip there.
Yeah.
Little snip there. Little snip there.
If I remember correctly, this was one of the seasonal things that you had to fight at the end.
What?
Yeah.
It's the most absurd thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah.
It has a tail somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I believe this would be blue flames that get shot down on you so that the lava comes out nasty on the ground. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he may have skipped arm
amazing.
day. To be fair, might have skipped arm day.
That is
Arm day? Yeah.
that is a dragon.
That is definitely a
Wow.
He dwarfs. You were talking about this guy.
Yeah.
All right, set that over to the side. And it looks like there's more items you can get just from harvesting from him specifically.
I think that's everything. All these packs are going to be either monsters or this one's new hunters.
Let's take a look. We
and
gotta
just
take a look.
a bunch of new.
So the hunter's arsenal.
This is just. This is so heavy.
These
Let's see here.
minis
More
are not
crossbow. We've
This
got
is as big as me.
we've got a few club individuals
Look at
here,
that
which
thing.
I really
It's
like.
nuts.
Kind of, I love playing with like
Yep.
a nice long spear as well. Or is that a harpoon gun of something, some type?
I believe it's a different type of sword, like a lance type of
Man,
thing.
I also like playing with a nice long spear.
so
I've never known what that's like.
got that in there. What else do we have?
We have the Tessera.
Ooh, can we fight the Tessera, please?
Yeah, we can.
Challenging Tessera is like challenging the element of fire. Anything that can burn will burn.
No, we can't.
Tessera stalks the Wildspire Wastes at will. In Emperor Flames, find it, hunters, and end its searing reign. If we're going to the Wildland Wastes anyway.
We're not going to be strong enough to fight him.
What are you talking about?
Well, we can do the one shot. We can do the one shot and gear
we'll
up
one shot ourselves.
with a bunch of gear.
I think we've got this. I think we just start base characters.
I just saw that it was 85 health versus the 50 of the Great Yagras on the back cover, and that's probably the weakest one.
Right.
Makes me feel.
Yeah, he looks so glorious. Think about that. Paint him up with like golden red veins.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
For sure.
Pretty fun.
Steamforge knows how to do miniatures.
They definitely
They
do.
know how to do miniatures.
Like if you're someone like me that just does love having cool
Yeah.
things.
If you're a painter too.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
if you love painting, this is like just bananas. The texture on these is so
The
fun.
Neji Giant is well-known as one of the biggest threats in the New World. Underestimated the spiked predator at your peril. To a belligerent elder dragon that often clash for dominance with other elder dragons, what threat could you pose? Be careful not to get impaled on your own pride. This is a dragon creature that is fighting with other dragon creatures
They're
for
all
the sake of
dragon creatures.
locations. Are they all? I saw a lizard snake creature there somewhere.
Yeah, it's some sort of dragon.
Nice.
I love
Comes with
how
more wings.
they're even in smaller boxes, but they're like, yeah, no, just we're pretending that this is going to be a little thing because here's some arms and wings to add on to make it even more scary.
It's like, hey, you're gonna need to add more here. It's gonna be a small box. No.
Yeah.
Nope. Interesting molding on this, where the wings actually pop in the whole way down the back to give it more support.
It's a lot of support. Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Yep.
Instead of just like
every single piece of that is textured in some way, which is there's no skimping going on here for that, which is pretty awesome.
This guy's awesome. This guy's terrifying though. I don't know if I'm more scared of the big guy or like this little like pudgy one. Because sometimes the little ones can really wreck you.
I think I got the scariest creature here. Right here.
Oh, the dodo.
Yeah. I love the dodo. So this is the other model.
Oh, I just saw some color in there. All right, let's look at the dodo
most important
first.
one first.
Important one first.
Yes,
absolutely.
So we can really measure out, how scary that's gotta be to take on this sweet little dodo.
Can we fight him first? Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh! That's a great box.
Yep. So in our gameplays, we're gonna pick a character and like stick to that group, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Who do you all normally play? Like, have you ever played the video game?
I haven't played the video game.
Okay, so in a game like this, who do you normally take? And then Wes, same question for you, but probably based off your video game experience.
Yeah.
I picked the Great Bow, and when I played it earlier on, so I want to play somebody different other than the Great Bow.
Yeah.
But the Great Bow also is just really benefited by you standing right next to the monster, too. I'm like, I'm an archer! But there are these things where it's like, but if you're standing next to the monster, you deal an additional damage. I'm like, okay! I'm doing it!
West, what about you?
Yeah, so see, I was really bad at actually moving as a typical melee, so I always played melee anyway and just got it up underneath as best I could and then hit it for everything I could do underneath.
You're talking like hammer, greatsword, double
sword
wield,
and shield, yeah.
You're thinking greatsword and shield is what you normally.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I either do, especially in games like this, I normally do a bow because I don't like exposing myself to I'm the type of person that will find that corner of like the hallway where the creature can't really get to you. And I'll sit there and I'll just cheese it until it's dead. That or I'd play a dual wield. I like being able to move. I like rolling. I like getting out of the way quickly, and not having to be encumbered, because one of the big things with your short sword and shield is you're oftentimes going to be slowed down a bit because of that.
And I'm standing in lava, getting hit by fires. Like, these are all things that I'm very good at doing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I wonder if there's going to be
a tiny little cat hammer.
Because one of the amazing things about this game was that you could there were so many different pieces and things you could put onto yourself.
I think we can go out as a full group of little. What are
those might be your
called?
pets too.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
Like,
because you have pets that are physically, and you just like put a token on them when you use them. You use them in the 2-player game, especially.
It's a little piggy.
I want nothing more.
I don't care what we're playing as. I think we're using those minis.
Absolutely.
Like, and having the pigs and the cats have the greatsword abilities. Like, I'm fairly certain that's what we're doing.
Okay, Wes, what have you been holding on to?
Just the final box.
Yeah. So, go ahead and open that one, because there's not just one mini in there. There's two.
I thought there was only
two.
one.
No, it's the dual version of both of these.
Really?
Yeah. So there's the black version.
I just love that color.
The blue version.
Love the blue model. The black model's also cool. It looks similar to the gray though.
It does.
Yeah, it does look similar.
Until you get next to it.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they've got both of those huge bodies.
And just the same, just different color.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, you got the different tail though too. So because this one is the version of this. So it's the blue version of that one, and then this is the
it's a
Diablo version of that one, so the Black Devil version.
A slight change in the tail, which seems strange when everything else is kind of the same.
Yeah, a little modification. Well, no, the tail actually might be the same, because this one needs to be put back onto its base.
Oh, yeah.
So this one might actually be slightly more forward.
Forward. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sweet. Very cool.
I can't wait to play this game.
It's fun. It's a dance. There's like a wonderful dance of minis.
Yeah, see, the dancing part is what I was never very good at.
I want to go through with that cheap version of painting where like you have the color wash that just fades naturally.
Like a speed paint.
And even get a speed paint down on one of these.
It would bring out so many details.
I need in like whenever we have a new studio, I need a painting room.
Yeah.
With like a 2-camera setup or something, just so I can sit and actually get color on these things.
Yeah, there you go.
Or maybe just let Shira do it because she would do it.
She would actually do it. Yeah, that's true.
Oh man! Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Let us know. Are you excited for Monster Hunter World? Because I know I am. And before you answer that question, hit that subscribe button down below because we're about to do a few gameplays. We're gonna have them coming out over the course of the next month or so.
That's true.
Leading up to the brand new Kickstarter built in and from this world.
These are so heavy. They're so heavy.
Okay. Whatever the case, though,
Whatever you do,
remember to do the important thing.
get out and play some Monster Hunter World.
And attack someone with a bow from up close.
Yeah.
You gotta be next to him to get that extra point.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Get out of the fire.